What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Eddie's Turn Investigations 2. We are in the middle of interrogating, Courtney, because she apparently is hiding something from us, and, well, she's being reluctant about it, and also she's being really weird in the courtroom, so we're trying to see if we can get to the bottom of this.
That I cannot say.
I see. However, I cannot afford to let up just yet. That being the case, I guess my only remaining option is to use that. She is definitely hiding something, and I'm going to draw it out of her. Oh shit, we're gonna have a logic chess with Courtney! 2 nights ago, Judge Courtney met with President Huang. Oh, she's being really good at the silence treatment.
It is true that I spoke with President Huang on the rooftop of the Grand Tower. However, we only discussed business. There is no need to tell you what was said.
Just like in the trial earlier, she won't reveal her personal feelings easily. When she's speaking as a judge, it would be better for me to wait and see what develops. Now then, I'll start by asking her what she talked about with the president. Let's begin then! What did you and the president talk about? Could you tell me what you and the president talked about?
My meeting with the president was strictly business, and since it has nothing to do with you, I am not obligated to answer your question.
Your acquaintance with the president?
I appreciate your understanding.
Even so, you certainly are a very busy person, aren't you? You're a member of the PIC and a judge as well. You even assist with the investigations.
I am simply fulfilling the professional duties that have been assigned to me.
Was your meeting with the president also one of the duties assigned to you as a judge? Ooh.
Yes, of course it was. I am one who lives for the law. I would never act outside my professional duties.
Didn't you help me out this morning? This morning, you returned Kay's promised notebook to me. I don't believe that all of your actions are simply done for the sake of your duties. 1 down.
It's true. It seems I still retain some immature qualities.
I wouldn't call it immature. It was your own personal kindness. Weren't you also distressed when you found out the president had passed away?
Yes, it is very unfortunate. Why did he have to die?
It seems he was crushed by the head of a monster called the Mighty Mozilla. Excuse me. You see, Mozilla is...
Is that true? You mean the president died at the temporary Mozilla film lot?
Yes, that's right. I'm surprised that you know about Mozilla.
Yes. I had heard about it from Sebastian.
From Sebastian?
He told me that the movie was being filmed near the Grand Tower.
But you still had a big reaction about the whole thing. She seemed awfully shaken up by that. And I'm also curious about Sebastian, who went missing along with the evidence. She said she wouldn't talk about the president. However, I might be able to get her to reveal her secret through another line of questioning. She is flustered beyond normal. There must be some reason behind it. Where is Prosecutor De Best? Francesca may have taken over the prosecution in Sebastian's place. However, as long as he still possesses some of the evidence, the trial cannot proceed.
I intend to carry out a fair trial. If the prosecution is unable to present evidence, the defendant must be declared not guilty.
You and the defendant are both guilty. Wait and see.
I am a judge. I cannot allow my own personal feelings to get in the way.
So, you're saying you're not the least bit worried about Sebastian's whereabouts?
Of course, I am. I am worried about Sebastian as well, but...
Are you worried about anyone else? You're worried about Sebastian as well. Wouldn't that mean that there is someone else you're worried about? By any chance, would that person have something to do with your unnatural behavior?
That's impossible. I am a follower of the law. I will not be swayed by personal feelings.
As a judge, you're only human. It may be true that those who stand in court have a duty to follow the law. However, we're not superheroes. You and I are only human. It is impossible to completely ignore your own feelings and render an impartial judgment.
Ah! It is as you say. As I am now, I cannot hand down an impartial verdict.
Judge Courtney, why don't you tell me the truth? Wow, what is that? What is that expression for her?
Just what am I supposed to do?
That's a new one for her. For Judge Courtney to become this distraught. I should find out exactly who she is searching for. That was a new one for her. Up until now, she has been wearing the mask of a judge. This time, I should be able to draw out her true feelings. Are you searching for Prosecutor DeBest? Is the person you're searching for Sebastian by any chance?
When Sebastian learned of his father's true colors, he went into hiding of his own free will. I am worried about him, but this may be a trial he needs to overcome on his own.
How heartless of you. It's not much of a trial. Wait and see.
Since he went into hiding of his own accord, he could return whenever he wanted to.
Could it be the person you're searching for is unable to return under their own power?
In regards to that, my lips are sealed. I am unable to talk about it right now.
Ooh. She been forced to silence?
When I think about what might happen to the child if I talked.
That child? You consider Sebastian a child? That child. Could you tell me who you're referring to?
It's nothing. Please, pay it no mind.
Judge Courtney's expression has changed. It seems I've managed to uncover a clue. Who are you searching for? Are you searching for Mozilla? Are you searching for the mighty Mozilla?
I don't have the time to play along with your jokes right now.
It's not a joke. Just a moment ago, you were surprised to learn that the president had been crushed by Mozilla, correct?
I was simply surprised by the president's cause of death. To think that he passed away at the temporary film lot, of all places.
What's wrong with how he died? Or was wrong where he died, excuse me. Where he died. From the way you're talking, it seems you have a problem with where he died.
That's not true. It's just for the president to have passed away at a film lot, a place where dreams are made. I just thought it would be better if the movie's cast and crew remain unaware of the truth.
A staff member found the body, so it won't fit the box office. I'm very sorry to say this. However, the movie's cast and crew are already aware of the president's death. I encountered a female staff member and John Marsh at the crime scene.
No! How could it have come to this?
She seems to react strongly when it comes to the staff of the Mozilla film. This could be a useful clue. Who are you searching for? Judge Courtney, tell me, who are you searching for? Excuse me.
My lips are sealed. That is not something I can talk about right now.
Let me try using that clue. Could it be that missing child? Could it be you're searching for that child who has gone missing?
Ah!
Since you said it was a child, I presume they're of a young age, correct?
I simply cannot answer any questions about him. That boy has nothing to do with you or the president's assassination.
Let me try using that clue. Is he involved in the Mozilla movie? Earlier, when Mozilla was brought up, it seemed to be a sensitive topic for you. Is that child you spoke of involved with the Mozilla movie? What is Courtney's connection with John Marsh? It's obviously John Marsh at this point, but what is her connection?
Ah! How? How do you know that?
You're usually so calm, yet you seem rather distraught right now. Please, tell me, who is that child?
I understand. If you come to know this much, I shall prepare myself for the worst. The child I'm searching for is a boy by the name of John Marsh.
John, why do you want to know his whereabouts?
Well, that much I simply cannot say.
Judge Courtney, didn't you say you were prepared for the worst? Even if you don't intend to talk, I am determined to expose the truth. That is my resolve. Why is she searching for John? I must get her to tell me the reason. Are you a fan of his? Would it be that you're a fan of John Marsh?
Yes. That's right. I am a fan of John Marsh, the famous child actor who has been called a prodigy.
I don't think he's a prodigy. No, wait and see.
I knew his movie was being filmed in front of the Grand Tower, so the temporary film lot had been on my mind.
I see. I suppose a fan would be curious about that. Did you know that John was at a temporary film lot?
Yes, of course I did. He said they would be filming there all day today, and yet...
Did you hear that from him? It almost sounds as if John himself told you personally. I doubt he would give his schedule to a mere fan.
That's true, isn't it? Please, don't pay any mind to that statement.
She made another slip of the tongue. She must be really worried about John. So, she has spoken with John. This could be a useful clue. Are you acquainted with him? Are you acquainted with John, by any chance?
He is a famous movie star. I doubt there is anyone who doesn't know who he is.
I actually hadn't heard of him until I met with him today.
That just proves you have much to learn. Allow me to give you a lesson. I know everything about him.
That's odd. Then what is his favorite food? I could care less. I don't think any of those are gonna work, so let's go skipping over that.
My apologies. I seem to have lost my composure.
You tend to lose your calm whenever the conversation turns to John, don't you?
In any case, while I may know everything about John, it is a one-sided relationship.
Let me try using that clue. You must have spoken with John. I understand you're worried about him, but aren't you a bit too flustered? You told me earlier that you had spoken with John. Doesn't that prove that you are indeed acquainted with him?
How could I have committed such an indiscretion?
It appears that John and Judge Courtney are acquaintances. This could be a vital clue. Where is he right now? Actually, we are searching for John as well. Would you happen to have any idea where he might be?
Why would you think that I would know where he is? John and I, there is no connection between us.
Let me try using that clue. You two must be acquainted. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with John, but at the very least, the two of you must be acquaintances. Come on, George. Judge Courtney, won't you allow us to help you in your search for him? Excuse me.
Help? No, that will not be allowed.
Who won't allow it? The so-called goddess of law?
The person who knows where that child is.
A paparazzi? A kidnapper? I see. Finally, I've connected all the pieces of the puzzle. The reason why you cannot easily talk about John, it was because someone kidnapped him. Isn't that right? Judge Courtney, I would like to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. This time, I will truly be prepared for the worst. It is just as you deduced. Someone has kidnapped John.
As I thought. There was a kidnapping. Still, how is John's kidnapping related to you in any way?
John and I are mother and child.
What? Oh! I was unable to learn much about the conversation she had with the president, but I have learned of John's kidnapping. It was an unexpected result, but with that, it's checkmate. Well then! Well, that was quite a reveal. Courtney has a kid, okay. Did she adopt him or something?
What? John is Miss Courtney's son? No way! I mean, he's already so big for him to be your... Yes, John is indeed my son. Please, look at this.
This is a clipping from a magazine.
It's an article about John. Do you always carry this around with you?
Yes, I always keep it close by. It's like a charm to me. It seems the bond that they share is a strong one. However, are you absolutely certain that he's been kidnapped?
Yes, I received a call from the kidnapper just before the trial started.
What were their demands?
They had only one demand, a not guilty verdict for Patricia Rowland.
I see. So that's what happened. Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor?
That is correct. The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. As such, I hereby find the defendant, Patricia Rowland.
So that's why you were going to deliver a not guilty verdict earlier. Blackmail.
I am not qualified to be a judge. A judge must be able to remain impartial and composed above all else. And yet, despite this, in this trial just now, I was about to hand down a verdict that was led solely by my heart.
Judge Courtney.
The goddess of law must be furious with me. But I simply couldn't do it. I couldn't hand down a fair verdict if it meant I had to sacrifice my own son. Of course you can't!
Kay.
A real parent would never abandon their own child. If that makes the goddess of law angry, then maybe the goddess is the one who's wrong. The goddess is guilty! Guilty! Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed. To declare a goddess guilty. We're responsible for upholding the law, but at the same time, we are only human. Nobody would hand down a verdict that would sacrifice their own child.
Thank you very much, Miss Faraday, Prosecutor Edgeworth. However, I cannot simply run away from the courtroom.
Judge Courtney! So this is where you've been.
It appears it's time. Miss Courtney! My father, he was a prosecutor.
Your father?
Yes, he stood in court, just like you. And now, with all that has happened, it's got me thinking, what if my father had been in the same position as you are now? If a prosecutor was being coerced into obtaining a guilty verdict, I know, if my life were on the line, my father would definitely come to steal me back.
Steal you back?
Miss Courtney, why don't you let us take care of it?
What?
I'm gonna go steal John back for you. As the second Yatagarasu, I, Kay Verde, give you my word.
So the great thief Yatagarasu plans to steal the truth, huh? What say you, Judge Courtney? Will you place your trust in our young great thief?
Prosecutor Edgeworth,
And if it's alright with you, I wish to help as well.
Thank you very much. I know that it's really not my place to ask this of you. But please, do whatever you can. Please save John. You got it! Just leave everything to us! Allow me to leave my cell phone with you.
Aww, she's got the little Boozilla charm.
You may get a call from the kidnapper at some point.
You have my word. I will ensure the safe return of your phone, along with your son.
And I will do everything in my power to prolong the trial. But even then, at most, the trial can only last for about 2 more hours.
2 hours, huh? So until 2 p.m. That's our time frame. Oh my god, they're gonna spend 2 hours just like delaying?
I must return to court, Miss Faraday. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I shall leave the rest to you.
Go, Courtney, go! I believe! Okay, I thought you were taking a break from being the great thief.
As of right now, the great thief Yatakarasu is back in business. Alright, time to put on the gloves and hit the pavement. It's my first request, after all.
Is that so? In that case, we better begin our investigation post-haste. If we hope to track down John. Where'd he run off to? He might have just gone back home.
That's right! I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to get any filming done today.
Or he may have ran away. We should probably begin our investigation from the front of the Grand Tower.
Hey! Hold on, Mr. Edgeworth. You're not the one in charge anymore. From here on out, this is a job for the great thief, which means I'm the leader now.
If that's the case, then what am I supposed to do?
Mr. Edgeworth, you get to be the first ever great thief's assistant.
So I'm a thief's assistant now. Edgeworth's just like, alright.
Alright, let's get going. The great thief Yatakarasu takes flight once again.
Okay, please. This is not a field trip. This is serious. Alright, we're outside the Grand Tower.
Here we are, the scene of the crime. Let's get to work. Now say it with me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Say what?
Even in the depths of night. Aw, come on! Say the rest with me!
And just why would I do that?
Because the great thief Yatakarasu has arrived on the scene. If we don't say the introduction, it just doesn't feel right.
I have no intention of becoming a thief.
Oh, fine then. I'll do it by myself. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatakarasu.
Yes, Kay, I know you are. I, on the other hand, am starting the investigation.
You're no fun.
We don't have time for fun. Seriously, Kay, we only have until 2 o'clock. We need to begin making inquiries immediately. Okay.
Good thing we have a photo, so we can go right ahead and start asking around.
Oh my god, is that who I think it is? Is that Will Powers? I think it is Will Powers. I will examine him shortly. I'm just going to examine other stuff first. I think that's Will Powers.
Yeah, what's up? To think that Miss Courtney is actually a kind and doting mother to a son. I never would have guessed it from how she normally acts.
Indeed, in order to fulfill her role as a judge, she had to conceal her true feelings behind that facade.
Although John is a bit of a brat. I can't bear to see Miss Courtney looking so sad. We definitely have to steal John back for Miss Courtney's sake.
To think that John had been kidnapped and was being held hostage all this time.
That explains why we weren't able to find him anywhere.
The last time we saw him was at the film set. We should start by gathering information over there.
The kidnappers may have left some clues behind. Let's examine everything, even if it seems totally unrelated.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Alright. This trailer is used to shuttle actors to and from the film lot.
It shuttles the actors? Does that mean galactic trailer ready for launch? 3, 2, 1, ignition! Blast off at the speed of light! Shower thrusters on full rocket bathroom engage!
Oh, whoops. I thought that was like a whole sentence.
Shower thrusters on full rocket bathroom engage!
I would prefer a calm, relaxing bath myself. Hey, buddy, what's wrong? Your face looks so serious. Have you picked up any passengers here today? Oh, I sure did, but it was only one group. What did they look like? It was a pair of men. They were both wearing black. Did you happen to see a small boy with them?
Here's a picture of him.
Nope, it was just the two guys. I understand. Thank you for your cooperation. I was hoping he would have some more information for us, but I guess not. 2 men. Okay. Oh, well, alright, that's in the logic room then. Let's talk to the cop. Thank you for your hard work, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I'm not a prosecutor at the moment, but I'll keep quiet about that for now. Thank you. What are you doing here? Sir, I'm on guard duty. Then could you tell me about the cars that have passed through here today? The only ones that came through here were that taxi and that blue truck. So 2 different vehicles came through this place. This is valuable information. Let's go check that blue truck in question, actually.
Hey, John!
Huh.
Guess he's not here. This basket looks pretty suspicious to me, but...
It certainly does.
Huh? What's wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck?
The truck's body is cold to the touch. It seems to have been parked here for some time.
You can figure all that out just by touching it?
Considering the length of time it's been parked here, the driver must not be nearby. I suppose we won't be able to ask them any questions until they return. Interesting. And that's going in anyway. Alright, let's go talk to Will Powers. Will Powers. Holy shit, dude. This is like first game. Hey, long time no see, Mr. Edgeworth. This is Will Powers. He is an action star I met in a previous case. Several previous cases. He also played the role of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Tokyo. It's been a long time.
Pleased to meet you! I'm Kay for a day, a great thief! Some stuff has happened, so now Mr. Edgeworth is my assistant.
Nice to meet you, but a thief? And Mr. Edgeworth is your assistant? Please, pay it no heed. More importantly, I'd like to ask you some questions about the case. Oh, okay. I don't know if I'll be much help, though. He's an actor who has been working with John. It may be a bit sudden, but let's hear what he has to say. Sure thing. First, let's present... Well, don't make that frowny face. What's this supposed to be? I might be able to help you if it has something to do with acting or stunts, but... I appreciate that. However, this has nothing to do with acting or stunts. Oh, is that so? That's too bad. He seems disappointed. I think I only have time to ask about the case. I had heard that you were handling the investigation for this case, but... Well, I'm not the prosecutor in charge, though. But if you're the assistant, then does this mean that Kay is in charge? No, this is just a simple
You've got a good eye on you! You're completely right!
She jumped at the chance.
Since I'm in charge here, I'd like you to answer a few questions post-haste, and please be frank. Did anything happen to catch your eye? Ergo, didn't you notice anything?
Who is she trying to imitate? Be frank, huh? Well, I feel sorry for the victim, but... I can't help but worry about what will happen with the filming from now on. No, that's only natural. Still, I would think that filming would be difficult now. Oh, I knew it. This is bad. We can only use this location for a little while longer, too. Is the filming almost complete then? No, but construction will begin here soon, so we won't be able to film here anymore. We're only using this vacant spot until construction begins. So the rest of the movie will be filmed at Global Studios. Things aren't looking good. There's even some people spreading bad rumors. Bad rumors. Lately, a journalist has been coming by repeatedly saying, "This film lot's hiding a real monster, I reckon. There ain't no use hiding it," and stuff like that. I have a feeling I know who you're talking about. Oh shit, is it what's-her-face? It's not Lotto, it's the other girl. Yeah, it was that photographer from before.
You're not actually hiding a real monster, are you?
Of course not. If there really was one, I'd be out of a job. Aw, poor Will Powers. Bless you, man. Alright, we'll have to stop here and continue on about monster movies in the next video. So I'll see you guys then.